They say 30 days can change your life, but what they don't tell you is how much it can mess with your mind. You clicked this video because something inside you whispered, "Could I actually pull it off?" Maybe you're looking for results, maybe for motivation, or maybe you're just tired of feeling stuck in your own body. Whatever brought you here, just know you're not alone. I was right where you are. Tired of endless scrolling through fitness hacks, fed up with fake before and after photos, and honestly, questioning whether any of these 30-day challenges even work or if they're just another viral trap with flashy thumbnails and zero truth. So I did it. Committed. Not for the views. Not for the likes. But to finally uncover what happens when a real person, with real struggles and zero fancy equipment, pushes through every single day of one of the most viral workouts on YouTube. I documented everything, the highs, the breakdowns, the cravings, the doubt, and what I discovered by the end of it. Shocked even me. But before we get too far, here's what you need to know. This isn't your typical "look how shredded I got" story. This is raw. It's personal. It's about what really happens to your body, your energy, your mood, when you do one of those trending 30-day fitness challenges you keep seeing in your feed. You're going to see the full truth behind the progress, the plateaus, the morning after pain, and the moments where I almost quit. If you're thinking of doing a fitness challenge yourself, you need to see this video till the very end, because the biggest lesson didn't hit me until day 29. And trust me, it's not what the thumbnails promise. I'm going to show you what nobody else talks about. Not influencers. Not trainers. Not even the ones who created the challenge. You'll see the exact workouts I did, the mental tricks I used to keep going when everything in me wanted to stop, and the one unexpected side effect that completely flipped the whole experience upside down. So yeah, this story might start with a fitness challenge, but by the end, it becomes something way bigger. If you've ever struggled with motivation, felt like you weren't good enough, or just wondered if these viral workouts actually do anything, stay with me. Because the truth you came here for, you're about to get it. Just not in the way you think. And the twist that hit me on day 30. Let's just say, I almost didn't film it. I'll never forget the morning it all started. It wasn't some dramatic movie moment or perfect sunrise that inspired me. It was just me, sitting on the edge of my bed, phone in hand, watching another before and after video play on loop. The algorithm had me locked in. Every scroll brought a new face, a new body, a new transformation that promised to fix everything in 30 days. Lose belly fat fast. Burn calories without equipment. Get toned arms in 10 minutes a day. And for some reason that morning I didn't just watch, I felt something click. Maybe it was the way my reflection caught the light in the mirror, or how my jeans had started to pinch just a bit tighter, or maybe I was just tired. Tired of starting and stopping. Tired of seeing progress fade the minute life got hard again. Whatever it was, I clicked save on one of the trending 30-day home workout playlists and told myself this time we're seeing it through. No matter what. The challenge itself didn't look that hard. 10 minutes a day, zero equipment, all from the comfort of your living room. The YouTuber who posted it had that kind of voice that made you feel like it was all going to be okay, like they'd hold your hand through every squat and push-up. But nothing about what followed was easy. Not the muscle soreness that made stairs feel like a death trap by day 3. Not the mental war of convincing myself to press play each morning when every part of my body screamed to quit. And definitely not the way everything in my life started to shift when I committed to showing up daily no matter what. That's what people don't talk about. How fitness isn't just about burning fat or getting abs. It's about confronting all the stuff you've buried under busyness, food, and excuses. It forces you to meet yourself. And I wasn't ready for what I met. By day 6, I started noticing little changes. Not just in my body but in how I moved through the day. My posture straightened. My breathing slowed. I even started craving healthier food, which blew my mind because I'd never made it that far before. But along with the improvements came the doubt. There were days I'd stare at the screen, watching the instructor crush another round of jump squats while I lay flat on the floor, trying not to cry. I remember yelling, "Are you serious?" more than once at my TV. What no one shows you in those slick, sped-up time lapses is the middle. The messy, frustrating, soul-searching middle. That's where most people give up. And I almost did too. Around day 10, something strange started happening. I'd gotten into a routine, wake up, move my body, record a quick clip for documentation. But one day I noticed my footage from day 9 looked off. The lighting was weird. My form looked better than it should have. I checked the timestamps again and again, trying to convince myself I wasn't just seeing things. But then it got weirder. The following morning, my alarm didn't go off, except when I woke up in a panic thinking I'd overslept. My workout was already done. My body was sore in places I hadn't even hit yet. I checked the footage and I was there, in frame, sweating, breathing hard, doing the exact workout. But I had no memory of it. At first, I chalked it up to sleepwalking or being in some kind of trance. Maybe I was just exhausted, running on autopilot. But as the days went on, these memory gaps got longer. I started waking up with scratches I couldn't explain. One morning, I found workout clothes in the hamper that I hadn't worn in days. And when I played back the videos, something felt wrong. My form was perfect, too perfect, robotic, like someone or something was taking over. Still I kept going. Partly because I was scared of what I'd find if I stopped. And partly because, by then, people online had started to notice. I'd been posting clips each day without much thought. But by day 12, my videos were trending. Comments poured in. This is wild. How did you change so fast? There's something creepy about the way you move now. That last one stuck with me. 'Cause I saw it too. In my eyes. Glaze. Blankness. I wasn't just changing physically. I was becoming someone else. Then came day 14. That was the turning point. I remember waking up gasping, as if I'd run a marathon in my sleep. I stumbled into the bathroom, flipped on the light and froze. Written in the fog of the mirror was a message. Keep going. You're almost ready. My heart dropped. I live alone. No one had been over. No window was open. I grabbed my phone and took a photo, but the message disappeared before my eyes. That's when I realized, this wasn't just about fitness anymore. Something bigger was happening. Something I couldn't explain. By now, the challenge had become a full-blown obsession. I stopped going out. I turned down invites. I even took a break from work, telling myself I needed to focus on my health. But in reality, I was spiraling. My apartment turned into a makeshift studio. Tripods in every corner, lights hung up haphazardly, notes scribbled on the walls about my sleep cycles, my food intake, my moods. I wasn't just tracking progress anymore. I was tracking patterns. And what I found terrified me. Every 3 days, like clockwork, there was a shift in my behavior. My workouts became more intense. My voice in the recordings dropped in pitch. And the most unsettling part, I wasn't smiling anymore. Not once. I reached out to a few fitness creators I admired, hoping they could explain what was happening. Most didn't reply. But one did. She sent a single voice note that said, "Delete everything. Stop filming. Burn the routine. Before it finishes you." Then she vanished. Her account gone. Every video wiped. As if she never existed. I didn't know what to believe, but I did know that something about this 30-day home workout challenge was way more than just a viral fitness trend. And I wasn't the only one who noticed. A small community of viewers began messaging me privately, saying they tried the same challenge and experienced the same thing. Memory gaps, strange markings, emotional breakdowns. One guy told me he woke up on day 18 standing outside in the rain at 3 a.m. in his workout clothes, unable to explain how he got there. A woman from Ohio swore she hadn't slept in 4 days since starting the challenge, and that she could hear the workout instructor whispering to her through her headphones even when the video was paused. We started a group chat, compared notes, and that's when the pieces started falling into place. This wasn't just a trend. It was something darker, hidden in plain sight, and I was deep in it, deeper than I could pull out from alone. So I did what any logical person would do. I went back to the source, the original video, the one that started it all. I replayed it frame by frame, slowed it down, looked for glitches, cuts, edits, and on one frame, barely half a second, I saw something that stopped me cold. It was a face. Not the instructor's, not mine, but someone watching. From the mirror behind me, eyes locked straight into the lens. Smiling. That was day 16. And I haven't slept since. Continued. By day 17, the lines between waking life and dream had blurred so thoroughly that even the most basic moments, brushing my teeth, tying my shoes, blinking into daylight, felt disconnected, like scenes in a movie I was watching but not directing. I knew something had taken root inside me, and whatever it was, it didn't just want to change my body. It wanted my mind, my emotions, my time, and worst of all, my trust. Trust in my own memory. Trust in my own choices. The videos, which had started as a simple YouTube playlist under titles like Get Shredded in 30 Days and No Equipment Needed, had begun showing up even when I wasn't searching for them. Recommended. Pushed. Force-fed through autoplay. The same voice I once found motivating now felt invasive, whispering phrases that didn't make sense. Burn to rise. Pain is access. You're not you yet. It was more than creepy. It was psychological warfare. I tried shutting it all down. Deleted the apps. Turned off the Wi-Fi. Even smashed the ring light in a moment of desperation. But it didn't stop. On day 18, the screen on my TV flickered on by itself, looping the challenge intro with my own voice dubbed over it. A voice that sounded like me, but deeper, slower, warped. I unplugged everything, but it kept going. My smart speaker lit up at 3:12 a.m. and said, in a tone calm as death, "You're behind. Begin now." And when I tried to film a video explaining all of it, to tell my audience this wasn't just about fitness anymore, my footage corrupted itself the moment I mentioned the words algorithm and programming. Every attempt at exposing the truth led to glitches, crashes, or worse. Videos auto-publishing by themselves, but edited in ways I didn't do. The thumbnails showed me smiling wide, flexing abs that weren't even mine, and captions like "Best Day Yet" or "Unreal Progress" beneath posts I never wrote. That's when the group chat I'd started with the others, the people who were also doing the challenge, began to fracture. First, Lucas, the guy from Florida, posted a cryptic message. "It's not a workout. It's a calibration." Then he stopped responding. His account vanished hours later. Then Maya, who had been logging her heart rate spikes at night, sent one final video clip. A recording of herself doing burpees in the dark, eyes glassy, blood dripping from her nose, whispering over and over, "This isn't me. This isn't me." I still hear it when I close my eyes. After that, silence. The chat was empty. I was alone again. By day 20, my reflection no longer matched what I felt. I wasn't just changing physically, I was losing something. Parts of me erased. I stopped remembering names. I couldn't recall the last time I saw my sister, even though she lived just 20 minutes away. And yet, when I looked in my camera roll, there were dozens of photos of us together from the past week. Laughing, walking, eating, but I had no memory of them. That was the moment I knew I had to get out. Leave. Run. So I did. Or at least I tried. I packed a bag, grabbed my keys, and walked out the door. But the moment I stepped into the hallway of my apartment building, I felt it. That weight. Like someone had pressed pause on time and I was the only thing still moving. The air had a static charge. My neighbors' doors were all cracked open just slightly, as if they'd all left in a hurry, or were watching. I ran down the stairs, heart slamming in my chest, only to find my car in the garage with the tires slashed and the windshield marked with a symbol I didn't recognize. A triangle with a dot in the center, drawn in what looked like ash. When I turned back, the door to my building was locked. From the inside, I was trapped. The next 5 days were a blur. The challenge videos no longer came from YouTube. They appeared directly on my TV, on my mirrors, reflected in windows. The workouts got harder, more punishing. The voice, whoever or whatever was behind it, started giving commands rather than cues. Drop, push, hold, faster. And if I didn't obey, something would happen. Lights would flicker. My temperature would spike. I'd lose hours of time. But it was more than that. My body would respond against my will. On day 24, I tried resisting. Just for a minute. I laid on the mat and refused to move. Within seconds, my arms jerked upward. My legs kicked into motion. like a puppet. I was no longer in control. That's when I knew. I wasn't just completing a fitness challenge. I was being trained. That night I broke. Sat on the kitchen floor sobbing, trying to remember my own birthday. Took me 3 minutes to get it right. When I finally pulled myself together, I went to the mirror again. I needed to see what was left of me. But what I saw wasn't me. The face in the glass didn't blink when I did. It smiled when I frowned. And then, without warning, it leaned forward, closer than the frame should have allowed, and said, "You're almost perfect." Blacked out. Day 25 was different. I woke up outside again, barefoot on asphalt, bruises on my knees, palms scraped raw. A man was watching me from across the street. Hood up, face hidden. He held up a phone, showed me a photo, and walked away. I didn't recognize the image at first. But when I zoomed in, my stomach dropped. It was me, standing in a dark room filled with others, all performing synchronized movements in perfect unison. It looked like a cult, only I'd never been there. Not that I remembered. But I couldn't deny the face was mine. From that point on, the workouts stopped appearing. The voice disappeared. I thought maybe I'd made it through, that whatever test this was, I'd passed. But on day 26, I received an email. No sender. No subject. Just a single sentence. Final phase begins now. And with that, the lights in my apartment went out. All of them. My phone wouldn't turn on. My laptop died. The only light came from my camera, which was already recording. I don't know what happened over the next 48 hours. I remember flashes. Screaming. Yeet. The feeling of being watched, even in total darkness. On day 28, I woke up in a completely different apartment. Same layout. Same furniture. But everything was reversed. Mirror image. Even the labels on my food packages were backward. And in the mirror, my reflection was smiling. Constantly. No matter what expression I made, it grinned back at me. I haven't eaten since. And now here we are. Day 29. I can feel something building. Like the air is charged with static again. My phone just powered on by itself, and there's one video on the screen. I haven't pressed play yet. But the thumbnail is me. So, I'm not alone in the frame. Behind me in the shadows is that same figure from day 16. The one in the mirror. Only now he's closer. Almost touching. The video is titled, Day 30, Are You Ready to Join? And I don't know if I'm strong enough to find out what happens when I do. Continued. Perfect. Send me your title and I'll craft the exact thumbnail prompt you need. Just as a preview of what you'll get, here's the structure I'll follow in your thumbnail prompt. Thumbnail prompt format, written form. Create a cinematic high-contrast movie-style thumbnail featuring all the main characters from the story titled. Title. The characters should be shown in an aggressive, intense pose with expressions full of tension, rage, or inner struggle. Include dramatic lighting with a dark, moody atmosphere. The central figure should be main character description. Standing at the forefront with subtle battle scars, sweat, or shadows over their face. In the background include other character descriptions. Positioned in a confrontational or suspenseful stance. Add bold, gritty text of the title in a cinematic font. Include elements like flickering screens, glitch effects, flames, or a mysterious figure in the shadows to add suspense and urgency. The thumbnail should instantly hook viewers emotionally and visually, making it impossible to scroll past. The vibe should scream. High stakes, raw power, and an unforgettable twist.